Hey, it's Zach from Hawkins Family Farm coming to you from our small butcher room here on the farm, which somehow has become the focus of two pieces of legislation under consideration at the Indiana State House right now, Senate Bill 71 and House Bill 1267, both of which are designed to prohibit our farm from selling our farm-raised, farm-processed poultry to restaurants and institutions. And that's because our farm slaughters chickens under modified inspection requirements allowed for by a provision of federal law, often known as the 20,000 bird exemption. Many of you have already contacted your state representatives to share your thoughts on the matter, and you've also added your name and comments to an online petition and posted about the issue to social media. And I just want to say thanks. It's very encouraging to see people around the state supporting Indiana's small farms and our state's farm-to-table restaurants. Judging by your comments, a lot of you are choosing to eat locally produced food because you value the level of transparency that is available to you in these small-scale systems. You're able to know exactly what you're eating, where it came from, and how it was produced. And it's this issue of transparency that I want to highlight, and that's why I'm choosing to post this message from our butcher room. These bills would prohibit our farm from selling poultry to restaurants because the 20,000 bird exemption is essentially a permit that allows us to slaughter our poultry without ante-mortem and post-mortem inspection by an on-site inspector. And the argument goes, well, if there isn't an inspector present, how can consumers know that the poultry was processed under sanitary conditions? But when I think of this argument, I think immediately of our butcher room here and of this window behind me, which runs the length of one of the walls of the butcher room, and which people can and do use to watch us work on Saturday mornings during the growing season when we are slaughtering our poultry here on the farm. At this scale, it's very difficult to hide anything when people can come and see exactly what we're doing. Nothing can get lost in long, complicated supply chains. Nothing is anonymous. Regulations like the 20,000 bird exemption recognize that there is still a lot of power in local markets made up of small producers and discerning consumers to produce safe and high quality food. And this exemption is an example of scale appropriate regulation that defines a role for the government working in concert with producers and consumers. Thanks to those of you who have raised your voice. If you haven't already contacted your state representatives yet, I'd encourage you to do so. Thanks again for your support for Indiana's small farms and for our farm-to-table restaurants.